What is going on, man? King Recon here to talk about my top 15 favorite Bleach openings, man. Now, when it comes to anime, usually I judge a series and whether I'm going to watch it or not by its openings. This was after, of course, Bleach, because Bleach, I watched before I came up with that concept, but Bleach was the one that made me basically come up with that concept, because I love the openings so much. I was like, nah, man, if a series doesn't have great openings, it's not going to be a great series, you know? So, I'm going to go and talk about my top 15. Now, these are, of course, based off of how much I love them, how giddy I get whenever I listen to them, whether I sing along to them in the car, in the shower, what do they mean overall for me whenever I think of the Bleach story, and yeah, man, there's a lot of different reasons. So we'll start off with number 15. Number 15 is opening 14, and this opening 14, I think the main reason being is because I wasn't with it for that long. Like, every single Bleach opening at this point in time, you know, of course, is nostalgic. It's just some others hit me harder than them, because the opening 14 is a great song, great visuals, but it takes place during a filler arc. Even though it's a fantastic filler arc, I freaking loved the Nozomi Awesome Sauce, but it's still, it doesn't mean to me as much as the other ones do. But 14 is great, and I love the song, love the visuals. It just doesn't mean to me as much as the other ones. Coming in number 14 is opening 4. Now, opening 4 is extremely nostalgic, but just like the other ones, it takes place during a filler arc. And I love Bleach fillers, don't get me wrong, it's just I love the canon story more. But opening 4, great, good song, great visuals. I love the sequence whenever it goes from Kisuke to Yoruichi. It goes to Ichigo. Tonight, love is rushing. Tonight, across the nation. It's great. I love that opening, but it takes place during an arc where even though I have a lot of memories with the Bound arc, you know, it doesn't mean to me as much as some of the other stuff. Now, coming in at number 13, opening 10. I love this song. Absolutely love the visuals too. It's just I just prefer some other openings more, man. That opening is legendary, man. I freaking love it. And the ending screenshot with Rukia or Orihime and Rangiku is freaking great. It is great. There's one sequence where Rukia and Orihime, they're dancing. It shows Ichigo in the background looking like a boss. That one's great too. So yeah, that one is number 13. Now, coming in number 12 is opening 8. Opening 8, for the same reasons as I had the other ones before. It took place during a filler arc, and it's an opening that is really, really dear to me. But it still doesn't have as much as the other ones did. But this opening is definitely fantastic. From a visual standpoint, it's great. It starts off very fun and very adventurous, and then it goes right into what we're going to be getting to in the arc. And I especially love that animation sequence where Ichigo comes in, he's flying and puts on the hollow mask. It's so cool. And this opening from a song standpoint is great too. I mean, the opening, it's great. It's absolutely great. Coming in at number 11 is opening 11, and an opening 11 is for the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc. I love this song so much. I sing it to myself all the time. The visuals are great too. It's opening 11 is awesome sauce, man. It's just one of those openings where whenever you just want to dance, you want to have a good time, it's one of those openings to listen to, and the visuals are a pretty big contrast to that, because it's a very dire situation. Even though it's very awesome getting to see all of the Zanpakuto in their actual physical states, it's still very drastic in the matter that was going on at that point in time. So yeah, that opening 11 is number 11. Now, coming in at number 10, man, is opening 3. Now, opening 3 is very interesting because it takes place during my favorite arc, and it takes place during my favorite point in the story, but I just have other openings that I just like slightly more, man. Opening 3 in the beginning half is pretty solid. It's the last half of opening 3 that always gets me hyped. Whatever. It transitions from Renji's Bankai to Yoruichi flying through. This shows Ichigo and Byakuya going in, and he yells, it's legendary. It's a great sequence, and he's giving me hype every single time before an episode started, man. Opening 3, Ichi no Hara, man. It's freaking awesome sauce. Coming in at number 8, man. Not 9. Coming in at number 9. Coming in at number 9 is opening 15, man. Now, opening 15, I wanted to place it higher, and I used to have it higher. But I think since then, my nostalgia has taken over a lot of these picks. and it's just overall how I feel whenever I listen to them. And opening 15 gives me a great feeling. It's a phenomenal opening for the full ring arc, and at the time it was in my top 5 whenever that part was going on weekly. But ever since then, even though I still love the song and it's still incredible to me, it's of course it's dropped down the list because there's just some other openings that give me a different feeling. But opening 15, all different versions of it are great. My favorite point in the entire thing is whenever he's going at it with Tsukishima, and then it transitions to showing Ichigo, and all of like every single frame that they would have whenever like it showed an episode title, and we're behind him, and they're all transitioning. That was a phenomenal addition by Studio Period, and that was awesome sauce. Every time I watched it, I would get in the feels, man. I'd be like, damn, man, Bleach is ending. The anime is truly ending, isn't it? And it would always get me, man. Coming in number 8, man, is opening 12. Now, Change was really hard for me to put because it's one of those openings to where I really, really do love it, but it's like the beginning. The entire thing, I love it a lot, but the beginning portion, the change, like that always used to get to me. I love when Orihime comes out, change, and it's Ichigo flying through, and of course the ending of the opening with Ichigo and Okiura going at it. Those are probably my favorite sequences of that entire opening. The song is my favorite part about it, and yeah, it's a great opening. Just a couple more openings I like more, but it took place during some awesome sauce, man. It took place during the Ichigo and Ukiura greatness, during some awesome stuff in the Fikar Kuriton stuff. So it was definitely a great opening, definitely a great. Number 7 is an opening I used to have at one point in time at number 2. I used to have this opening really, really high, and like I said before, this list changes a lot, just how I feel at this point in time. But coming in number 7 is opening 9, and Velonica is amazing. Absolutely amazing from a visual standpoint, from an audio standpoint. If this was a best Bleach opening, so this would probably be in the top 3. But I just there's just other openings that I like slightly more, man. And this particular opening is fantastic. This opening is great. It's like, man, whatever the thing would start off, doom 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 boom 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 boom. Boom! I love that beginning portion right there, man. It gives me memories of whenever the Neliel stuff was going down, the stuff with Noitora versus Kinpachi was going down, Byakuya versus Zamari, that turned back the pendulum arc happened in this opening too. So it definitely has a lot of great, awesome sauce to it. Just a couple more openings I like slightly more, man. So speaking of that, coming in number 6 is, listen, man, this was tough. The top 6. To me, were the toughest to range because I just love them all so much, and this opening used to be much higher, or I should say, you know what, it's always been in this range, but it's just the other 5, man. The nostalgia took over, man. I'm telling you. Coming in number 6 is Ranbu no Melody, man, opening 13. Now, if we're talking about best Bleach openings, this is by far number 1. From a visual, from everything, from judging it from where it was in the story at that point in time, to judging it from where the visuals from a song. This opening, whenever I was there, it was up there for me for such a long time. But it's the nostalgia, man. It's the nostalgia, and even though this took place in some godlike stuff, Ranbu no Melody. I love this opening with all of my heart. There's just 5 more, man, that took over more, and but trust me, I love Ranbu no Melody, man. It is fantastic. Oh my god, those visuals get me hard every time, son. They are fantastic visuals, and the song is amazing as well. Absolutely incredible song. Shizukari Makino. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think about it, I'm like, man, why isn't this higher? But I'm like, man, the other 5, man. Oh gosh. Now speaking of that, coming in number 5. Is opening 1, man. This right here, man. Opening 1. There's just no way I couldn't have it in the top 5. This is Bleach, man. This was the Substitute Shinigami arc, and this one has, if not first, it's pretty high up there for having the most nostalgia value. Every time I watch this, man, I want to swell up in tears, man. And this and nobody knows who I really am. Well, we'll get that whenever I make the ending video. But opening one, man, it gets me in the feels every time. And that amazing sequence. My favorite, there's a lot of things I love about opening one. My favorite sequence is whenever it goes, doom, and it's just Ichigo just going ham, defeating all the Shinigami, and it just transitions. And then that one legendary sequence which shows Ichigo Ruke right under it, and he's transformed Shinigami. I love it. Opening one is fantastic, man. I love it so much. But the reason why it's not higher is because there's 4 others. Now, the next 3 all take place literally right next to each other, and they took place at a time where I was at my highest peak as a Bleach tard. And coming in at number 4 is opening 5. Rolling Star. Listen, man. This opening is goat, man. Absolutely fire. And this is one of those openings to where it always manages to get me emotionally. Every time I listen to this opening, I swell up a few tears, man, because it just has so many memories to it, and has so much greatness in this opening. The visuals are godlike. Godlike. I mean, it was teasing Ichigo with the hollow mask. It was showing Zangetsu in the back, man. It just, or Hime. Dude, this opening had it all. Opening 5 is goat. And it's probably one of my most listened to openings too. I love Rolling Star, man. I love it. Opening 5 is godlike, man. And then coming right after it at number 3 is opening 6. Alright, and opening 6 is slightly above it because opening 6 led into the greatness of the Huecamundo arc. But opening 6 was such a depressing song during some depressing times in Bleach. But every time I listen to it, I would just get so hyped, and it's probably my favorite Bleach song to sing along to. Whenever I didn't know any of the song's names back in the day, I would just call it the Cone theme. And people would be like, "Oh, that's that opening. That's an awesome sauce of an opening." Like back in high school, whenever all of us were watching Bleach, yo, the Cone theme. Oh, that opening is awesome sauce. I mean, opening 6 is goat, man. Shit, I'm just so each. And then the ending of the opening is so godlike. I think my favorite portion of the opening is probably the middle. Whenever Ichigo and Orihime, they pass by each other and it shows all the espadas. And it just gets so hyped. Then it shows all of them entering Huecamundo. It shows Rukia, Renji, Ichigo, Uru, Chad. They're just all going in. One mission alone. Get Orihime, let's get out, man. That freaking awesome sauce. And it was truly an opening. The theme with like it being Spanish, it kind of had like a little Spanish tone to it, and it was a great theme. And Alonis is one of my favorites. Opening 6 is definitely deserving number 3. Now coming in number 2, man, number 2 and number 1 are really close, but number 2 is the most hype opening in the series, and has the most hype sequence in an opening that I have seen in Bleach, and I dare say top 3 in all of anime. And that is with the sequence. It's opening 7, Asian Kung Fu Generation, man. Come on, After Dark. But this song, and the song is amazing. Song is amazing. But the visuals, bro. Let me tell you something right now, man. When Ichigo is running down the hallway, and you see him mask on Bankai, mask on Bankai Shikai. Mask on Bankai Shikai, it's both and then you see when he goes right down and he invades the Espada Palace and he goes head to head with Aizen. You know how hyped that was when I was watching it? I was like, yo, is this gonna happen? I knew everything that went down in this opening means so much to me. The first part of the Huecamundo arc, from 144 to 167. So many memories there, man. So many memories. That's when they were airing Bleach 4 times a week because it was so popular, and I was just getting so much of the awesome. So I kept hearing this opening. I loved it more and more every time I listened to it. And God, I love this opening so much. But just from the moment the opening starts until the end of the opening, non-stop hype, non-stop awesome sauce. I love this opening so much, man. And it's those visuals, man. When Ichigo's running down the hallway, I gets me every time. I get so hyped, and it reminds me of all the legendary memories of that opening. But it doesn't outlast number 1, man. Number 1 is the perfect mixture of being one of my favorite openings ever, being from a visual standpoint, from an audio standpoint, from being the opening that I would non-stop listen to for such a long time. coming in number 1 with no doubts, opening 2, Die Techno Life by Uberworld, man. I listen to this opening so much. Not only is this the opening that takes place during my favorite arc, not only is this the opening that started off my favorite arc, but this was the arc, or this was the opening that whenever I first listened to it, I'll never forget how I felt, because I was so used to listening to opening 1 for such a long time. When I heard the Mio mai kasita kakinana boy, and you saw Ichigo with the sword, and then it shows Ichigo the reflection, it shows even Rukia, I was like, bruh! Best beginning sequence, I think, to this very day that I still have ever seen from an opening. From a beginning, from starting off the opening, I think it's still the greatest sequence I've ever seen. And it fits the arc so well, because it has like a hype to it at the end, but it's depressing at the beginning too, and the lyrics are so beautiful as well. But man, dude, opening 2, I mean, what more needs to be said, yo? It's opening 2, yo! It's opening 2! I love this opening so much, and every single time that I go back and I'll rewatch some of the tapes or DVDs, or just go online and watch a random Bleach episode, and I'll go to opening 2. It always brings and floods back the memories of whenever this freaking the Bleach awesome's goat, man, you know. So I was like, dude, this always reminds me of why this series is godlike. And man, opening 2 will forever get to me emotionally, and it will forever get to me yo, Bleach was that greatness, man. And I'll never forget it. And it's just one of those openings that will forever stick with me. And I love the entire opening, man. I love it from beginning to end, and everything about it. The ending, whatever, it feels like all of them coming down together, and Ichigo and Reggie, and then the sequence with Udio down, dude. It's so good, man. Opening 2 is freaking godlike, man. I cannot stress it enough. Just that opening is heavenly, man. But that's it, man. That's my top 15 favorite Bleach openings. You guys know today, all these openings mean a lot to me, man, but they were just a wee bit ahead of each other. It's really hard to make this list because all of them mean a different thing to me, and they're all very awesome in their own unique ways. But opening 2 has captured the number 1 spot, man. But you guys are awesome today. Please let me know your top 15 or top 10 or top 5 for your Bleach openings down below. And yeah, man, just have an awesome day, and remember that Bleach is that awesome sauce, man. And we're counting down towards the end of the series, and dude, telling you, man, just if you listen to those openings, man, they'll get to you emotionally, man. Like seriously, opening 5, every time I listen to it, man, it always makes me tear up a bit. Like the beginning of the fucking Mundo arc, man, the beginning of the Rancor saga, dude. You guys are an awesome day, man. Bleach greatness. The openings, some of the best openings in all of anime. Like from a compilation wise, all of them come together. It's definitely a top contender for having the best collection of openings, man. It's definitely a contender. So you guys are an awesome day, man. Thank you very much for watching Bleach greatness, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Bleach hype train never stops. Let's go.